Brr. Is it cold where you are? It's cold here in Northeast Tennessee. We've got some snow on the ground today. And this video is a sold, pack, and ship video. And no matter if you are a seasoned seller or a beginner reseller, I'm sure I have some tips for you in this video. Because I pack and ship a lot of different items. My husband Mark and I resell on eBay. We have a few things on Poshmark, but predominantly eBay. And as you see behind me here, I've got lots of fragile items. I like to separate my videos into type of item. The last video I made was all about ceramics, and sometimes it's all about crafts, and sometimes it's all about wood and brass, etc., etc. This video is all about glass, but I like to separate my glass videos into two categories. The first category is clear glass, but that video is separate from this one because this video is about colored glass. You may not see a lot of glass behind me, but trust me, I have glass all over this room, our eBay room. And I separate it mainly because a lot of people don't think clear glass can sell. And so I like to have videos that show you that yes, clear glass can sell. But today's about colored glass, and I have all types of things for you. Goodness, I haven't finished editing the video as I'm doing this FaceTime here, but I may have vases or beverage glasses or candle holders. Who knows? But it is all about colored glass. So if you like that kind of thing, keep watching. And do watch all the way to the end because that's when I like to have a little chat. If you'd like to stay for that, that will be at the end of the video. And I'm going to show you some of the things that we've done to organize some things around here just a little bit better, just a few things. And then I have some new boxes that I ordered in. I'm going to show those to you and talk about it. And, oh, I took a video today of outside. It looked really pretty when the sun was setting, so I have that for you too. With that said, this video is about colored glass, so let's get started. We're looking for a pink bottle, and you are very, very close to it.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Well, what if they're watching it in the afternoon?
Good morning, afternoon.
What about the evening?
Good evening, morning.
All right, let's get to it. It's in there somewhere, probably in the back, because we've had it for a while.
It's hiding behind this.
Do we have to move? Oh, don't want anything to fall out. It's a pretty pink bottle. I don't know why it didn't sell faster. What do you know about it?
It's a cognac bottle. It's made in Italy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Why has it been here so long?
It's got a rubber stopper with the wire bail.
We did pay up for it. We paid $10 at a antique, vendor mall. Trying to find things that day. We did a video.
What
And
did we get for it?
well, yeah, let's take a look at that. Yep, paid up $10, but it sold for $30. I would have liked to have had more, paying $10 for it, but I guess I kind of knew when I bought it. I overpaid, but overpaid for resale, not to keep it. So, yep, I'm happy to get $30. We'll take it. I obviously can't fill the hollow area of this bottle, but I can wrap it in some bubble wrap. I decided to wrap it in some paper before the bubble wrap. And I'm placing an air pillow on each side of the neck before I tape the bubble wrap down. I have an air pillow on each side. It looks like it's going to fit really good in a 15 by 10 by 6 box. Okay, I've added some paper to the bottom, a couple layers of large 1/2-inch bubble wrap. Let's lay this in here, see how it's going to fit. I might have it built up too much. I think that might be okay. The paper's going to give a little bit. I have to see if I can get some air pillows on top. Yes, I think I'll be able to. Okay, I'll get it finished up, packed up, and in the mail. We sold a fish. Yep, a fish. Which one did we sell? That one or this one? We sold this one. This fish, this lidded fish dish, fish on a fish, is a vintage Kemple white milk glass dolphin. Koi fish is also used as a keyword. Covered candy dish. We paid $1 at our restore, I think in Johnson City. and it sold on sale for $41.99. $1 to $41.99. Woohoo! And we are going to pack it. It's not perfect. It has a broken fin, which we described. I don't think you can see it here. It has a chipped tooth, has like saw teeth here, chipped tooth. I think the lid was okay. But anyway, I'm printing out right now the condition notes to send with it. First thing I need to do is fill the void, the hollow area. I have the lid that I want to protect. I'm going to cut some foam wrap first. But I am worried about this. Here, or even the fishtail has a chip. Tissue paper, small piece. Run my hands through it. I'm going to try to wrap it around this fish. Gently. Never putting any pressure, just gently wrapping it. And this is when I just use regular tape. Oh, let's wrap this in a little bit of foam wrap. And of course, this is not the only layer that I'm putting on here. Just one of several. That's just the first layer. Now I have this tail to protect. I might do like I do with a coffee cup. With a coffee cup, I put the tissue paper through the handle and just kind of crunch it back on itself. And I'm being very gentle. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this around here just to keep that in place. Again, using just some regular tape. I don't want it to be difficult for them to remove this part. Got some more of this foam wrap piece left, so instead of bubble wrap right now, I think I'll just put this around here. Now this, I will use my packing tape, my masking tape, I should say. And for those of you who always wonder why I use masking tape instead of packing or shipping tape, well, it's a lot cheaper. That's why I have two dispensers. The feet need a little protection here. I think it's time to start using some bubble wrap. And I'm just working with small pieces right now, working with scraps. This is not going to reach all the way. I might be able to go like this. Just giving it a little extra padding wherever I can. And I can see I need even more. I'm going to cut another piece of small bubble wrap. The feet are still exposed here. So I'm going to give this a little protection this way. There's no perfect way to pack it. It's really just make sure every fragile area is protected, like this tail. Let's go ahead and wrap this a little better. That's not wide enough though. At this stage, I'm trying to protect all the fragile areas as much as I can with small bubble wrap. And as I said, I'm using small bubble wrap wherever I can. It doesn't matter how many layers it takes, it's just important that everything's protected. I'm going to secure this piece on like this, and I'm going to secure it this way as well. So none of these little pieces are going anywhere. I have the lid to do. I'm going to start with small. We have it fairly well protected with the small bubble wrap. Let's go to large. I'm not sure how much it's going to take. I'm going to first try a single sheet like this. I can see how this isn't really supported. So I'm going to put some support under here. And then I'm going to put this on top and see if I can do like I often do with cups and stuff. No, that's not long enough. So this single sheet is not going to do it. I need two. And I'm going to go ahead and put one in the center and then the extra support sheet right here. You see how I'm just building support underneath of it? Let's bring this up around. This is not going to reach all the way. I actually need 3 sheets. It's an awkward size. It is. Now, let's see how we do here. Let's getting bigger and bigger. Do you see that? In fact, I could almost fold that down. Actually, I'm going to cut this off and put it underneath. You know, I try to make it even. I try to make it an even shape as much as I can. Right, that looks better. Kind of shaping the bubble wrap around it now. I have these wings. I can tighten these up, and I might just do that. Make sure your tape is pressed down. It's really well protected. I can't feel the fish in it at all. Now, I do have the lid. I'm not sure what size box I'm putting this in yet, but the thank you label on here. And sometimes it doesn't like rounded surfaces, so I do add some tape sometimes. These are not all that sticky anymore. It's an older box. I have the condition note that we printed out, and there's a lot of conditions on this. So I will tape the condition note right here so they can't miss it. This box is 11 by 11 by 7. I'm going to see if I can make it work. Got 3 sheets of large 1/2 inch this direction, 3 sheets this direction. At the very least, I'll put some air pillows where I can. See if we can get 2 air pillows in here. All right, now we just start folding it in. Bubble wrap gives, air pillows give. Sometimes I just like to put a little bit of cardboard. I think we've got it. Feels good, nothing's moving. We sold some more finials, and this time it is actually lot number 1, the first one that we listed. These are the little glass orbs. And we have $1.81 invested in them because we bought a whole bunch of them at a church rummage sale. And a lot of 2 sold for $30 plus ship. Not too bad. I wrap them in some small bubble wrap, and then I'm backing them with some cardboard, wrapping again in large 1/2 inch bubble wrap, and then I'll mail them in a padded envelope. We sold 5 dinner plates. They're Corral. It's Corral by Corning. The pattern is My Garden. We paid $3.99 at a Delaware Goodwill in Ohio, and they sold on offer for $50 plus ship. I'd say that's a woohoo! It's been a while since I packed dinner plates, so I thought I'd show you how I pack them. I have some styrofoam plates, and I'm going to put one on the bottom. Check and make sure how it fits there. It's fits pretty good. Styrofoam plate, dinner plate, styrofoam plate, dinner plate, styrofoam, dinner plate, styrofoam, dinner plate, and one on top. And I keep a couple of sizes around depending on the size of the plate. Like these would be good for salad plates. Next, I'm going to wrap them in some small bubble wrap just to keep this together more than anything. Then I stretch wrap them. I don't want them to shift at all during shipping. Now it's time for large bubble wrap. About 3 sheets. 3 sheets on the bottom, 2 sheets crosswise. Putting it there, bringing these up. Might put a little bit of tape. All right, I'm going to tuck these corners in. Can I feel the plates? anywhere. No, I cannot. How high have I gotten on this? That's a good question. I'm under 6 inches. And this is shipping Ground Advantage. This eBay box is 12 by 12 by 12. I'll probably shorten the height of it. Let's do a test fit. You can see I have a lot of room left over in here. In case you don't know, we make our own air pillows. We have an air pillow machine. 4 and 4. On the bottom. I have 3 sheets of large 1/2 inch bubble wrap this way, 3 sheets this way. Let's slip the plates down in. Get the thank you label on here, and then start seeing where we can fill in. I think I can fit an air pillow in each corner, so let's do that. If I had a 12 by 12 by 8 box, I'd be using that, but a 12 by 12 by 6 wouldn't be high enough because those plates came right up to about 6 inches. Okay, so this is where I am so far. Let's do the same thing that we did on the bottom, 4 and 4. But you can see I still have room here. I'm going to cut the box down. The thing I don't like about these eBay boxes is that it has 2 natural creases here. I don't know why, but it does. I'm going to at least cut down to the first one. I'm going to take the air pillows out first. And I'm going to cut down to the first. Don't want to go any further, just the first ones. Get some light shining on it. And I think I'll put a little mark on each corner where I want to cut down to. Makes it a little easier to see. So I cut one already, so now I'm going to cut this one down. Again, no further than where my mark is. Okay, I need to fold this to the inside, but sometimes it's easier to temporarily fold it back before you fold it in. Fold it back before you fold it in. And if you're looking for tools like this or tape dispensers, things like that, you can find all my affiliate links in the description box below this video. It costs you the same that it cost us, but Amazon gives us a few pennies on every dollar, and every little bit helps, and we really appreciate it. Thank you very much to those of you who have used our affiliate links. It helps a lot. And if you're making a reorder on something, if you just go to any of our videos and find the links below the video and go to Amazon, well, they'll give us credit on your reorders. Okay, let's see how we've done here. Let's see if this is enough. If I don't have to, I'm not going to cut off the excess cardboard. It all depends on how much it weighs. This feels like it's pressing in just a little bit. So I'm going to add one more square of large 1/2 inch. I'm thinking now that I really don't want to go over 5 pounds because that will give us a little cushion in our pocket possibly. So I'm going to cut off some of this cardboard. And I will save every scrap. Never know what I can use it for. And I can see here where I can cut this one off too. Might put a little cutting board under it. For sure now, we won't go over 5 pounds. Since I estimated 6 pounds, this will give us a little bit of, hopefully, a little bit of extra in our pocket to help go towards those eBay fees. And yes, I could cut this off too. I could, but I'll get it taped up and in the mail. Now, when I said the video was about colored glass, did you think about white glass? I hadn't mentioned white glass. I mentioned clear glass is in a separate video, but I do include the white glass in this video. And did you realize that Corelle is glass? Yes, it is. Corelle is glass. And even though they say it's not breakable, we broke a plate once. Yeah, it can happen. All right, back to the video. These 2 votive cups will get wrapped in foam. I'll fill the hollow area with some tissue paper probably and wrap them in bubble wrap and in a box. Foam, small bubble wrap inside, not tissue paper. Then I'll wrap each one in some large 1/2-inch bubble wrap. The votive cups are going to fit great in this eBay box. It's about 14.375, etc., etc. The red votive cups fit really well in here. I surrounded everything with air pillows and bubble wrap. And I'm going to put some cardboard on top just to reduce impact and get it folded up, taped up, and in the mail. Pyro Ceram. Yes, Pyro Ceram by Corning. Bought these at Goodwill. Bought several of them, and this is a 9-count lot of 3.75-inch little fruit cups. So I have $3.54 invested in the 9 cups, $3.54, and sold them on offer for $50 plus ship. Woohoo! Gotta love that. And we still have more to sell, other sizes. Even though I have them pre-wrapped in some stretch wrap, I am not shipping them like this. This is too many in a stack. The only reason I put the stretch wrap on these is because they're quite slippery. So to store them on the shelf until they sold, I stretch wrap them to make them easier to store and easier to handle. But it's too many. We've got 9 of them. So yes, this stretch wrap is going to go to waste, but that's okay. It's what I had to do, what I felt I needed to do. Being very careful. They're actually very shiny, very slippery. If you know what, Corning ware is like, and Pyrex, it's got a very shiny, slippery surface. So I think I'm comfortable with packing these in 2s. So let's get this one unwrapped as well. Or I could wrap them all separately. I could. 1 piece of bubble wrap per cup. That's going to get pretty big in the box. I think I'm okay though with nesting 2 of them. I do want something to divide the 2 cups. And I think for that I'll use foam. Try to eye it and cut it into 4 pieces. Let's see how this works out. Yes, that feels really good. I like that. Might just adjust it a little bit. I don't really want it to have a gap at the bottom, so I'm kind of trying to test it here. I have 1 odd one out since there's 9. I think this will work. Now I'm going to wrap it in small bubble wrap because small bubble wrap conforms better to the shape. And I do want to fill this hollow area with something. I might just fill it with 1/2 sheet of bubble wrap because bubble wrap weighs less than paper. Let's see how far this goes down in. It's not too bad. It's still sinking in a little bit. I'm thinking here, looking around at what I have. Maybe a piece of large bubble wrap. Let's cut this into 3/3. I'll try 1/3. Yeah, 1/3 is going to work better than the small. Got the small bubble wrap here. It's a little too much, so I'm just going to take off a little bit. And I'll tell you why I'm doing that in just a second. It's because I want to turn these upside down and I want that to be flat. I often wrap bowls upside down because I can conform the bubble wrap to it easier that way. Conforming that small bubble wrap to the shape. Whatever it takes. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and finish this one out with large bubble wrap. Again, leaving it upside down like this and saying, can I bring this all the way up and make it work? It's pretty shy of working completely. Remember that 1/3 that I've been working with on this large 1/2-inch bubble wrap? Well, let's try 1/3 of a piece across the top and tape to that. So this is the size of bundle I have for 2 cups. But I've got a box big enough to handle all of these, so I'm not worried about that. But that's how I'm going to pack it. And now I'll just repeat that process. I'll show you one more time in fast speed. And then after that, I will jump ahead on these. They're all packed. I'm just checking now for the box size. They are right at just about at 15 inches long by 12 wide. Height, not too worried about that, about 5. So about 15 by 12 by 5. The box size I'm using is 16 by 12 by 8. That means I need to have a lot of filler in here, probably some air pillows. In fact, I just made some. This is so cool. We've been making our own air pillows for quite some time now. I have a link below the video that shows you the air pillow machine that we bought and how we set it up and everything. Plus, you can also just buy these already inflated off of our Amazon affiliate link so that you can test them out first before you would invest in a machine, but it's definitely paid for itself. All right, so I have 2 rows of air pillows, some large 1/2-inch bubble wrap, 3 sheets. Let's go ahead and do 3 sheets the opposite direction. I'm sure I'm going to have to fill in with more air pillows, and let's start putting these in here. We're going to ride on a bed of air pillows. Now, the other 2 packs, I don't know if they'll fit side by side. Okay, I thought I was going to have to turn them on their side, but I think it's going to be okay. I do want more air pillows though, around the corners and everything. So let's get some more. I don't like what I can feel here, and I don't think I can fit air pillows here. I might. I'll try to. No, it's too tight. So that's when I go back to the bubble wrap. Lifting up, pushing that extra layer of bubble wrap down. I think the same thing here. Bubble wrap down. Get this thank you label on one of these. Tape it on so it doesn't fall off. And everything's looking pretty good. I've got good cushion all the way around. I just need some more bubble wrap here. Just positioning it. I know, and you probably know by now, that the air pillows and bubble wrap have some give to them. That is intentional. If they were overinflated, they would pop. And sometimes they still pop a little bit, but they have some give. Let's give the shake test. I don't hear anything. I'll get it taped up and in the mail. When I listed it, I estimated it at 5 pounds. I have a sample shipping label here, including the peel off back, and another label just to allow for a little extra weight. So I estimated 5 pounds. How did I do? About 4.5. So I'm under my 5 pounds. It's good. If you're enjoying this video so far, I appreciate a thumbs up, like, comment, and if you haven't done so, please subscribe and keep watching. There's more. Are you feeling blue today?
Maybe green.
Actually, we're looking for blue.
Oh,
so you better cheer up here a little bit. Cobalt blue glasses, and I think they're over there.
Cobalt blue then.
Somewhere over here. It's those Crystar ones. Yep, that would be it. 3 of them. Do you see 3?
There's one.
Okay. I don't have it yet. Okay. Thank you. The funny thing about these glasses, I don't know if you know this or not, but even though we found these, I think, at the Restore and some at a garage sale, they were selling these Crystar glasses at the Dollar Tree. Don't tell anybody. but they were found at the Dollar Tree as well. Oh, here's what the original label looks like. We have these aqua colored ones, Crystar. But yes, you know how Dollar Tree gets sometimes brand names when companies are liquidating. So what did they sell for?
I don't know. What'd they sell for?
The 3 glasses that are sometimes found at a Dollar Tree. This was a couple years ago. It says 21. You know how sometimes dollar stores get, you know, liquidation pallets and stuff. Anyway, they sold for $10 each, basically $29.99 plus ship. I don't have what we paid for them, but I believe I paid $3. Let's pack these blue glasses. And if you hear something in the background, we're having our deck redone outside, so I know I can hear the noise. And I'll just play some music if I need to. Starting out with foam wrap. And you can find a link for this below the video. And a lot of other pack and ship supplies that I use. I do have this narrow area here. I might add some bubble wrap there. Let's take some small and cut it into 3 pieces. Fold it over maybe 3 times. Give it a little piece of tape. I do need more filler in here, but for now I'll just leave it at that. I think I'll fill this hollow area with bubble wrap. Let's see if 1 sheet of large 1/2 inch is going to work. Doesn't cover very well, but I don't know that I need, I'm going to cut this into thirds. Normally I cut it in half. I'm going to try thirds today. I don't want these to get too bulky, so I do have to get a box for them. Whoop, pushing it through. Don't want that. One down, 2 to go. Okay, now we need a box. Just barely within 12 inches. You know what? I have an idea. I have a 12 by 12 by 6. Let's do a test fit. I think I can get them in here this way. All right, get these back out. 2 sheets of large 1/2 inch, 2 sheets of large 1/2 inch. I don't think I have room for air pillows. I think I'm going to put the most padded part to the outside. I'd like to have more packing material here and here, but I think I can use cardboard, kind of double wall it. I have a piece of scrap cardboard here. I'm going to cut it in half. I could get my utility knife, but this is faster right now. So my reasoning is, because these are so close to the side of the box, I'm adding a little more cardboard for impact, help reduce impact, and fill in with air pillows. I could put air pillows in each corner. All right, I think that's pretty good. I just need something on top. I don't know if I can fit air pillows or if I need to do bubble wrap. Let's see here. It's a little much. I'll put that in the center and try 1 sheet of bubble wrap. See if I can get this closed okay. Oh, I have this cardboard. I'm going to fold that down in. Looks good to me. We'll get it in the mail. I think packing glassware is probably one of the things that is most intimidating for a lot of people. A lot of glasses have stems and you have to protect the stem, and then you have to put something inside the glass to help reduce shock from impact. There's a lot of things you have to do to ship glassware, but it's not impossible. I think I've proven that over the years. If you take good care with your packing, your glasses will arrive safely and you'll have a happy buyer. Got lots of positive feedback to prove that. So what I hope for is after you watch this video, you'll be willing to take on packing and shipping glassware. Now I'm looking for 2 votive cups. So I see them right here. They have like a daisy on them, little daisy or flower. It's a peg votive. That's called a peg. Sold a lot of 2 of the votive cups. Bought them at a sale, some kind of sale, mega sale. Paid $1 for the 2, and they sold on sale for $16.79 plus ship. Let's go back to the time of listing. I have my scale. I put the votives on the scale. Comes in at 12.5. Now I know that by the time I box this, it's going to be at least a pound, if not more than a pound. So I'm going to estimate 2 pounds, yes, 2 pounds to ship these 2 little votives. Next, I'll show you what they weigh after they're boxed. 2 votive cups to wrap, pretty easy. I have 2 options to wrap them for the first layer. I can either use tissue paper or this foam wrap. Let's just go with foam wrap today. Roll this up, tuck this in, and add some tape. Two sheets of large 1/2-inch bubble will roll. I'll wrap each one in its own little pocket here. Make sure the tape is pressed down. I just got to the end of my roll of tape, so I'm going to show you quickly here how I change that. This is my dispenser for my masking tape. This is my dispenser for my packing tape for the box itself, the outer box. And I need to change this. Here's an easy way to change the masking tape out. Just line this up, line it up, push down until it won't push any further because it's hit the table. Take that off and finish pushing it through until it's flush. And then get it started. And do be careful. This is very, very sharp. This is an industrial dispenser with an extremely sharp blade. Okay. Drop it in. The masking tape dispenser is stiffer than the packing tape. So you do have to learn how to work with it and pull on it and all that good stuff. But once you do it for a while, you get used to it. And I just throw these away because they're too heavy and too stiff to use for packing material. So I've got these 2 little packets. I'll grab a box. This box is 12 by 6 by 6. I'll get it assembled. I have some air pillows, 4 air pillows, 2 sheets of large 1/2-inch bubble. Slip them in. Thank you label. Checking the ends. There's a little bit of room here, so I'll just use some scrap pieces down in the ends. No movement. Let's see. Let's do the shake test. It's good. Let's turn on the scale. Make sure it's zeroed out. Put the box on. Put a sample label on with the backing to allow for any other labels that we might put on here, like fragile labels or allow to come to room temperature because it's glass. It's 1 pound, 3.2 ounces. Now, when we print the shipping label, we will round this up to 1 pound, 4 ounces. However, as far as USPS charging us, they'll charge us for 2 pounds. What did I estimate for it? 2 pounds. I did use a larger box than I said originally, but that didn't change anything. I estimated 2 pounds and USPS will charge for 2 pounds. There it is. This very unusual looking artsy fartsy rooster. all glass statue of a rooster. I paid $3 for it at the flea market. I didn't get a lot for it, but sold it for $19.97 plus ship. A lot of fragile areas to protect, from the crown to the beak to the tail. I think I'm going to try some pool noodles, styrofoam swimming pool noodles. I'm not sure if this piece is large enough. I think I'll cut another piece. I picked these up off season at the Dollar Tree and stocked up on them. So I think I got them less than $1. Of course, everything's $1.25 now. Let's cut the first one. Set this guy aside. Cut a slit. I don't want to put any pressure on it, so I actually think I'm going to cut a little wedge out of here. Little wedge. Let's test this out. Like I said, I don't want to put any pressure on it, but I do want to slide it over top. It's not going to go all the way. It's not going to cover here. In fact, because of that, I'm not convinced it needs to be this long. Go back to this other piece that I had. Let's try it before I cut a wedge out of it. Let's try this. That's not too bad, since it doesn't cover this part, since the first one didn't cover here anyway. I think I'm going to go with this piece. And then the tail. Oh, maybe I can use this piece for the tail. It's not really going on very well because of the shape of it. This may not be the best plan. Let's start with some bubble wrap. Let's lay it down on its side and see what we're dealing with. This needs some, the body of the rooster needs some support for sure. I have this scrap of bubble wrap that I'm going to lay right here underneath the body. I've never packed anything like this, so bear with me here. It's a very, very unusual shape. Let's see about putting some bubble this direction. Well, it still needs support, extra support here down through the center. And then let's put some this direction and fold this up over on the sides. Basically, I'm trying to support every area that I can. This is basically what I have so far. I'm just bundling it as much as I can, giving it support where I can, taping it where I can. Let's do another square so I have something to tape to. Press all the tape down. It feels really good. I can't feel the rooster inside, so it's pretty good. I have no idea what kind of measurement I have here, but we're going to find out. It's within 12, 12, 10. It's within 12, 10, 5. I'm going to try this eBay box that's 12, 10, 6. Hope it works. Let's do a test fit before we add any other packing material. That's really too tall. Yeah, it's really too tall. It says it was only 6 inches high, but I think this, did I pick up a 12, 10, 8? Is that what I actually have here? Yeah, it's not 12, 10, 6, it's 12, 10, 8. Put some air pillows in the bottom. Do you see how it's building up here because of the air pillows? I'm taking up the excess room with air pillows. There's really no room for anything on the ends. Can I just finish with air pillows on top? Looks like I can. Let's give it the shake test because that'll tell me if I've got it packed tight. That's really good, and it's actually quite light. Very, very light. Surprisingly light. I estimated 3 pounds. It comes in at 2 pounds, 10 ounces. You can round it up if you want to 3 pounds, but either way, 2 pounds, 10 ounces, it's good. I hope you enjoyed the items that I shared with you today, what sold and how I packed it to ship. And if you're still with me here, it's time for that little chat that I promised to give you an update on things. Oh, I said I have some new boxes that came in. Let me grab one. These little boxes are 5 by 4 by 2. And what I like about these, besides that they're small, is that these little boxes are great for a lot of things. Jewelry, belt buckles, small figurines or miniatures, and I can fit this in a padded envelope. Sometimes I put it in a padded envelope with an air pillow to the side. Sometimes I just put this in it with a little bit of scrap bubble wrap. But it's a nice little size box. Oh, Christmas ornaments. That's what I was supposed to say. Christmas ornaments. I don't pack them all in little boxes. It just depends on what it is. Like if it's a stained glass Christmas ornament and I wrap it in bubble wrap, I'll put it in here. I mailed a necklace in this the other day. So if you're mailing small items that you feel need a little extra protection and you don't want to put them in a big box, maybe a little 5 by 4 by 2 box would work. I'll put a link below the video for these boxes. Laundry, anyone? I have 4 of these baskets, and although I want tall baskets, this is what I have for now. I'm still looking for really tall mesh, collapsible, foldable laundry baskets. I've taken all of my packing scraps, okay, not bubble wrap on a roll, and I've separated everything, and I'm so glad I did. This one is full of odds and ends of bubble wrap of all sizes. So if we call this the first one, the second one is all paper. The third one is all foam. It could be foam wrap or foam pieces to fill in for boxes. And the last one, the fourth one, is plastic. I recycle my large plastic bags from bubble wrap to use when I need to fill in a box. And I have different types of bags. So I have bubble wrap, foam wrap, paper, and then plastic with plastic bags. I have 4 of these, but I am trying to find the vertical ones. So far these are going to work, but if you have the room, I think it'd be easier to work with ones that are taller. It's whatever you prefer. But I did intentionally choose a mesh type laundry bag because it's lightweight, easy to pull out from under the table and put back. I didn't want a trash can. I didn't want a box that I couldn't see through. I've done that many years, boxes, and I can't see what's in it. This I can possibly see, like the green bubble wrap, see something down in here that I want to use. And I didn't want to use a trash can because that adds weight to it. I wanted it really light and easy. And so far, I'm loving the idea of being able to just pull out this lightweight mesh basket to find scraps for fillers when I'm packing. Hope that helps. Here's my 4 mesh baskets that I was talking about. They just sit under my table that's behind me. And, you know, as I said, styrofoam, paper, bubble wrap, and bags. So working out pretty good. Very easy to pull out and put back. I don't know if I've ever shared this tip with you before, but Mark and I use a lot of banker boxes. We have a lot of things, well, pretty much everything in the garage is stored in a banker box. But we also make use of the lids from the banker boxes. We use them as trays. After I pack things, I set it in this lid, this tray, and then Mark takes the tray upstairs and runs the shipping labels. Another way that I use this lid as a tray is when I'm packing glasses. Let's say I have 4 or 6 glasses. After I've wrapped them, I lay them in here so that they don't accidentally roll off the table. For the most part, I have the glasses in front of me as I'm, working on them. But as soon as one is done, it goes in a tray. When the next one is done, it goes in a tray. The same tray. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I can put 6 glasses or coffee cups in here, but it keeps them from rolling off the table. I do work with a very small table. It's only about 20 inches deep and 4 feet long, so I don't have a lot of room, but this helps out a lot. And as I said, it's great for putting the packages in to go upstairs to run the shipping labels. So another little tip. What else do I have for you? I'm going to take you out to the garage in just a little bit, but it seems like there's something else. If you sell really small figurines or salt and pepper shakers, I like to use these little plastic baskets. They don't cost very much, and they hold, I gotta be careful, they hold quite a few little items. As I said, salt and pepper shakers, figurines. I've got little bunnies and puppy dogs and things in here. But these are very handy little baskets, and I just keep them on my shelf. And I have quite a few lined up. I'll show you how I use all these little baskets. We have the shelves fairly close together, as you can see here, not even a full hand distance apart. And I've got a whole bunch of these little baskets. And I have some square baskets too, or rectangular, I guess. Some have spices in them, some have bags of miniatures, all kinds of little figurines and such. So that's been really handy. If you have the room, everybody has a different setup. So let's go take a look out in the garage. We bought these additions to our garage from our local restore. Paid $150 for the two, and I think they're going to be great. Why do I think they're going to be great? Because we're not getting any younger, and it's going to make it a lot easier to get to some of our inventory. For many years, we've stored our clothing in these totes, and it's worked great, okay? It's worked perfectly fine. But the stack was getting higher and higher, making it more difficult as they got heavier and heavier to get them up and down. Well, at the restore, we found these two filing cabinets, and they're absolutely great. I'm so excited about them. We were able to fit 2 totes of clothing in each drawer. And as you can see, everything is bagged. So we have the women's clothing in this filing cabinet, organized by color, except for Superman, maybe. Superman shirt. And then we have the men's clothing over here. We have, we have shorts and swim trunks and things like that. And t-shirts. And boy, do we have the t-shirts. So this is going to make it a lot easier rather than taking down the tubs. And the tubs that you see up here still have items in them, but they're very light. Like this is hats, okay, quite light. We do have some Christmas stockings up here, a couple of totes of stockings, more hats. Everything up here is light. I do have some clearance kids clothing and some of my backup styrofoam plates and stuff. But otherwise, the filing cabinets. And down here is the filing cabinet I've been using for my product. And this drawer pulls out. And then this drawer is other product that I have listed. And I have more to list. But filing cabinets, if you have the room, filing cabinets are the way to go to make it easier to access your inventory. I give a thumbs up to this. I think those filing cabinets are going to work out great. I really do. I love the fact that we were able to fit 2 totes into one drawer. I still have a couple of drawers free that I can put other things in. Yes, we have totes on top, but they're for hats and some other little things, some kids' clothes and stuff. So the lightweight totes are up there. It sure beats having to unstack 3 or 4 totes to get to something that's on the bottom. So if you have the room, I highly recommend getting filing cabinets for whatever it is you might sell. I mean, I have 2 filing cabinets here in our eBay area that have pattern leaflets, cross-stitch, needlepoint, plastic canvas, things like that in a filing cabinet. This is the first time that I've ever used filing cabinets for clothing, and I'm really glad we bought them. And besides, the $150 is a write-off, right? Yeah, you get to write these things off. Mark is upstairs waiting for me to wrap it up here because we need to eat some dinner. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I appreciate a thumbs up and leave a comment, and I do my best to respond to all comments. Thanks for watching. I'm Vicki with Avante Avenue, and Mark and I will see you soon.